Hey there, I have a few minutes, so I thought I would come up here and just quickly give you an update on what's been going on. I don't know if you've ever had have so many things happening in your life that you feel like you're failing at all of them because you're spread too thin. That's basically me right now. So it's been a little bit since I've given you an update just because there's so much. But I do want to make sure. I think I'm going to start kind of a video journal on here so that I can give more frequent updates since when I take a while, then there's just too much to catch up on just because there's so much happening, right? Like our life is kind of chaos right now. We're trying to build a home and a school, as many of you know, in Mexico. And right now, the rainy season starts in June. And so they're like, if you want to have like some of it ready to go so you have some shelter when you get there, you got to start now. Otherwise, when the rainy season starts, like there's not very much building time, so we need your house plans. So Bill and I have been kind of dialoguing back and forth on house plans, so make sure that it's suitable for our family and the things that we want to do. And then when we're out there, then we can start getting volunteers to come out and help us and get donations for the school and for the well, we want to have gardens, right? Think Little Men, right? Where you have these kids who are at risk, who have had abuse and trauma and difficult things in their lives, and to have a place where they can come and heal and grow and learn and succeed. And so that's what we're working to do. So we need to get out there and start planning like where we want to have the gardens, how we want to do the permaculture, the restorative agriculture methods, so that we're working with nature, not against it. You kind of have to do that when you're out in the jungle because the nature is going to win every time. So we have to learn how to do that. So that's one thing that's kind of been on our minds, like how do we design this and make it work, and getting our house plans in time to my cousin who is working with people out there to at least start building it. When we get out there, we want to continue to help and build it ourselves as well. But since we're not there yet and rainy season's coming, we need at least to get a good start. So that's one thing that's been happening, just getting that going. We've also been working hard on the website because we want to make sure that's ready to go when we come out. We're gonna leave May 22nd. We might stay at an Airbnb for a little bit because there's my daughter's dance concert is not going to be done by then, and if we want to see that and if she wants to be in it, then we'll just have to stay somewhere. But then we'll come out to Tijuana. There's an orphanage here called The Mission, and we're going to do a 5-week internship there to help us know how to start the school, like some of the legalities of all of that, what they did, because that's what they have. They have a school and an orphanage, and they help families who maybe don't want to put their kids in orphanages, but they have to because they're not home in the evenings. And so this school, what they do is they have for after school programs so that the kids can go home at night and at least have some family time, which I think is super awesome. So we want to learn more about what they're doing and what they found and just from their experiences. So we'll be doing a 5-week internship with them. And then we'll head out to Sofrino, but we're going to be so busy that we're not going to have time to like build the website and get it going to have the message be more about this work, right? My website now is more about the program I was selling, which is part of what we're doing. We'll be teaching that to the kids, but it's not the main focus now. And so we're just trying to redesign the website so that the main focus is on this nonprofit. So I've been working really hard with my sister-in-law, who is an incredible designer, and she's studying XD. I'm not sure what that stands for, but basically like how to design websites that are accurate with what you're trying to portray and that are easy to understand. So she's been working with me, and we've been doing a lot of dialoguing back and forth, and she's amazing, and she's getting it looking really good. And then there's another guy that's going to actually put it on the I guess the programming part, getting it going. So I've been talking to him, so there's been a lot of texting back and forth, getting all of that. And then last weekend I went to this really awesome workshop. I'm so glad I went. It was interesting because before, like, I kept feeling like I needed to go to this workshop, but it was during the time when we had said we were going to come to Tijuana to be at the orphanage, and this was more important to me, right? Because this is what we're about. What drives me is these kids, and I didn't want to miss that time with them. I had told them I would be here, so I signed up feeling like I should, but then I unsigned up thinking like, no, the kids are more important. I don't want to disappoint them. And I just kept feeling like this sense of I was unsettled. I kept being unsettled. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I need to be at that workshop. I'm not sure what to do. I was praying about it. And then I went to, with our school, we went to Ninja Playground. We took the youth there. And I was talking to one of the moms there who has a business. And I was asking her about how it's going. And she shared with me that she was working with this new coach that's really helping her, and they feel like they're having to start over, but they're not more clear path, and it's going really well. And I was like, who is this coach? And it happened to be the same person that was doing this part of this workshop. And I was like, I don't think that was a coincidence. So I prayed about it again and just thought, there's something I need to get at this workshop. I'm just gonna go, and I'm gonna come to the orphanage the week after and just apologize to the kids and try to make it up to them. And so that's what I did, and it was really, really good that we went, because I really had no idea how we were gonna run this organization and how we were gonna get the word out, and they were just really, really helpful. I feel like we have a plan now, and it feels a lot less daunting now that my husband's job is going to be done, I think May 12th or something, and we're gonna have no source of income. We needed some sort of plan, and that's what the workshop did. So I feel really good about that. Now it's just a matter of putting it into place, which requires time, which is something that, you know, obviously if we're trying to build a house and trying to create a website and trying to start this whole marketing plan, what do? You come to Mexico and run away from it all and come to the orphanage. But I felt this was super important to come to as well, because I had told them I would come back in April, and I knew that they would be sad if we just didn't come. So I've been here the last couple of days, and it's been really good. And I'm also kind of texting back and forth again with my sister-in-law, with the other guy, and with my husband about the house plans, but trying to be present. And right now they just, they're all gone because they have this little window of time where some of them are coming home from school, some of them are going to the school. They have like an hour transition. So I thought I'd come up here and just do a quick update, because it's so much is happening. And then our school in Find Your Path Academy in Provo, we just had one family leave because there was this miscommunication problem, and again, it was my fault. I'm dropping so many balls, and I feel really bad that it affected them, and they decided to go. So I was feeling really bad about that, and I don't do well with feeling rejected, and it's not on me personally necessarily, but it kind of was, because it was my fault since I'm spread so thin. And then I had a friend also a miscommunication problem with this trip, and I think there was some feelings hurt, and again a feeling of like just failing at all of this, like my relationships. And then my kids, we had our projects, we shared projects at our school, and they were supposed to be working on them, and then they come and share them, and my kids were the only ones that didn't come with the project, which is really sad, because I run the school, and basically we're supposed to be doing this program at home, and we come and share what we're learning, and I'm not even doing it at home because I've been so busy. So I feel like a hypocrite, because I'm saying this is really good and really important for your family, and then I'm not actually doing it with my family. And so that feels really off, and I feel bad that I'm not. I know that my kids need these systems, and I know that when we do them, things are way better, and right now it's a little chaotic. And then I got this email from this place that I volunteer at, that they're not going to need my help anymore. So again, that felt like rejection, and it was a good thing, because I obviously don't have time for it. But still, I felt like, oh, I'm doing such a bad job at everything. And so I've been just kind of a little bit emotional with feeling like I'm failing in so many ways. But I've also been really uplifted. Like, I find myself, sometimes I wake up in the morning and I just have this like feeling of joy about the things that are going on. You know, by the end of the day, it's like, again, but I know that God is helping us, and that even in all my mess and in all my personality flaws and in all the ways I do things that are not necessarily very organized or the best way, that it's going to be okay. I do have peace in that. So that's where we're at right now. But that's just a quick update. I wanted to let you know a few things that have happened while we've been here, because it's so fun to watch, and it's neat to see the kids again and to be a part of their lives. So when we got here, of course, all the hugs and just that feeling of like, this is why we're doing this. And then yes, this morning, one of the girls was sweeping, and she's like, come here. And I said, I went over there, and she said, I just wanted to tell you, this morning I woke up and I just had so much happiness. I felt so happy. And it was because you guys were here. And when you're not here, I just feel alone. But when you're here, I don't feel alone anymore, and I just feel so happy. And again, it was this whole like, I'm so glad we came, even though really it was the worst time to come when there's so many other things to do. It was right. It was good. It was good for us to be here. So, and then I just had to tell you about this really sweet thing. three little girls that are here that are so cute, and their mom brought them in because she can't take care of them anymore because she is too sick. She has cancer, and they're struggling, of course, so they miss their mom. And they say that when the mom does come visit, one of the little girls just can't stop crying. Like, it's so hard for her. And the oldest girl has some developmental delays, and so her two littler sisters kind of seem to take care of her and watch over her. She is 7, and then the other little girl is 4, and the other girl is 3. Anyway, my boys were playing soccer with some of the kids, and one of my boys accidentally kicked the ball, and it hit the oldest girl in the face, and she started to cry. So one of the other little boys put his arm around her, and then I came out, and they're like, here, come here, come here. So I came and put my arm around her, and I tried to comfort her. As I'm over there, like, just hugging her, and I had Josh come and apologize, right? And hugging her, her little 3-year-old sister comes over with her little candy that she had in her pocket, and she just kind of slowly puts it into her sister's pocket, and just kind of looks at her in the face, you know. And I'm hugging her. I'm like, oh, your little sister's sharing, and she nodded and she kind of smiled, and I just thought that was so sweet. These girls that are in so much pain with everything that's happening in their lives right now. This little 3-year-old girl was so concerned about her sister that she just came and gave away her candy. I just think that when Jesus says become as a little child, there's a lot to learn in that simple sentence about how to live life. So those are some of the thoughts, some of the things that have been happening. I'll try to do these little video updates more often. They'll be a little less refined because I kind of, again, don't have the time to really have a really refined thing, but I don't want to miss things just because I'm trying to make sure everything's perfect, right? So I'm just gonna try this because it's what I can give right now, and I hope it's helpful. And I've had a lot of people say they want me to keep them updated, so I hope these little updates are helpful and something that will be beneficial to you too as you're trying to figure things out, and sometimes maybe your life feels a little bit messy. So that's it for now, and I'll get on here again soon and share some of the experiences we're having. So thanks for listening.